Hello again, welcome back to Rando Sealed Only. So in front of you, I have the deck that I put together. We've done the first round. I'll go into that match a bit later. So from the cards that we pulled, this is the monster lineup. So we've got Giant Soldier of Stone, basically just a 2000 defender and level 3. We've got Block Column, just another good level 3 guy. Banisher of the Light, another 2k, and he also has the effect of banishing cards instead of them being sent to the graveyard. Then we've got Absorbing Jar. This has got a nasty flip effect of destroying all set spell cards and traps on the field. The only downside is it allows them to draw cards for the ones destroyed, but it's good for getting rid of unknown threats. Then that was the last of level 3s, and then we have level 4s. We have Vorse Raider, which is a Beast Warrior normal monster. Breaker of the Magical Warrior. It's a very good goat card for popping a back row by just detaching a counter from it. Got Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer, again very good if you deal damage. Then you get to banish monsters from the grave. Then another Beast Warrior here, we've got the Phantom Beast Thunder Pegasus. Again very big defender. Phantom Beast Wildhorn. This does piercing damage. So I was trying to introduce a lot of Beast Warriors into the deck. And then we have Seal Strategist for hire. I put this in because it's searchable from Tenki, and if you have the other big for hire card in your hand, then when you summon this guy you can special summon the big dragon. I also played Paladin of White Dragon as a ritual monster. Talk about that later. Then I have my 2 copies of YuGiOh to stop the pesky traps. I put in my Mutant Mist, didn't summon it, so this might be a candidate to be removed from the deck. Then we've got Raphael, Champion for hire. So this is the dragon guy you can special summon for free with the Seal card. Then I have another ritual monster, which is the Masked Beast. This saw a lot of play today, did quite well. Might keep it in. Lastly, we've got Obelisk the Tormentor. This guy I summoned in one of the earlier games, and it won. So yeah, this is staying, I think. Then we have the spells. So we have the Secret and normal Tenkis. So this guy can get you to your Beast Warriors really quickly. 2 Noblemen of Crossout, so getting rid of any set monsters really quickly. Again, a very good card, especially for the goat format. Then we've got United We Stand, so that buffs up your monster by the number of monsters you control. This is Mage Power. This buffs up you guys based on the number of spells and traps that you control. We've got the 1 Cosmic Cyclone to remove any pesky spell or traps. Brain Control, let's nick one of their monsters. Mind Control, nick one of their monsters. Creature Swap, so you give them a card, give them one of your monsters, they give you one back in return. Soul Exchange, didn't come up, but you could use it to summon YuGiOh using the opponent's monster. Book of Moon, great card, just didn't see it, unfortunately. Foolish Burial, so this pitches something to the grave, didn't come up. Well, I got it in my hand, but there weren't many very good times that it did anything useful other than get rid of a card I didn't want to see. So it just did a bit of deck thinning, so this is a candidate for sort of being benched until we've got things like Foolish Burial or Called by the Grave to benefit from the sending to grave. Now this came in clutch a couple of times, Mystic Mine, especially with one of the trap cards. Caused quite a major annoyance with my opponent, but it gave me some time to stall and to heal, and sort of with the mage power was able to create a very big monster at the end. A wild monster appears. The reason I'm playing rituals is this card. So I got this on one of the lucky pulls from the Rage of Ra packs. It actually allows me to summon the Masked Beast without actually having to do a ritual summon using ritual summoning spell. So that came in clutch in one game. Then we've got the Hornet Drones. Again, this came in clutch, sort of last minute. That defender of a token stopped lethal. Then we've got Curse of the Masked Beast, which is the ritual spell for the Masked Beast card, and the White Dragon ritual spell card for the Paladin of White Dragon. I think that this card and the Paladin card need to be removed. I think it's just a little bit too inconsistent. Took up 2 spaces of maybe some better cards. Then we've got the traps. So we have 2 copies of Psychic Shockwave. This came in clutch. Minute that they activate a trap, you get a Jinzo on the field. Really good. Metaverse, very good. Was able to go into Mystic Mine as soon as they'd summoned a monster. Shut them down for about 28 turns. Draining Shield, very good for defensive play. Embodiment of Apophis, very good defender. Came in clutch at one point. Lost Wind, I need to read the text of the cards better, because it's only affects special summon monsters, so this basically was my inability to read lost me a duel. And lastly, Horn of the Phantom Beast. Since we're playing a lot of Beast Warriors, I thought this would be a nice little buff of 800. I drew it and wasn't able to use it, so yeah, a bit of a dead draw in a couple of the games. But apart from that, I think it still should stay in. And then my extra deck, we had Virtual World Shell Jar Jar. The reason I'm playing a number of level 3s is so that we can summon this guy. So it just requires 2+ level 3 monsters. It's got quite a big defense. Just thought it might be useful. And the rest of these I couldn't summon. So Deligerous Dragon, can't summon it. Goki, the Solid Ogre, can't summon it. And then we've got this guy. It could summon it. This didn't have a chance to. So that concludes sort of like the main deck that I was using, and the extra deck. I do have a list of cards that might be useful going forward, so I just thought I'd pull these out. So we've got Banisher of the Radiance, Exiled Force, Spell Canceller, Green Baboon, Defender of the Forest. Got the Big Boy Dark Magician, Winged Dragon of Ra, Slifer the Sky Dragon. So I'm going to keep these to the side. I think it might be useful later on, depending on what we draw with the other decks, with the other packs. We've got Rota, Reinforcement of the Army, Eagle Booster, Hammer Shot, Big Cattle Drive, Wild Nature's Release. So if we're going to go down the Beast route, the Valhalla, the Hall of the Fallen. So if we get some decent fairies, we might be able to use this card. Warrior Returning Alive. Again, if we get some decent warriors, that might be useful. Polymerization. Mirror Wall, that can save your life at times. And Waboku. So in terms of the match, game 1 was over very swiftly. I won game 1. Game 2, I summoned Obelisk the Tormentor, and that was pretty much Scoopsville for my opponent. So I was feeling quite confident and cocky at that point. But as always with Yu-Gi-Oh, it sometimes bricks when when you don't want it to. Also, my opponent's deck was very, very good. Very much focused on the equip spells, on monsters that gain effects when they have equip cards on them. So he was able to produce some very, very strong monsters that I couldn't respond to. So he pulled it back to 2-1. Then we had a Mystic Mind game where I did Metaverse after he'd summoned a monster, and then it went on and on and on. Both of us pitching cards left, right and centre to the graveyard until I tried to, probably a bit prematurely, try to push, but his back row proved to be quite strong, and I ultimately lost that one. So it was 2-2, and so the decider was played out, and I just, towards the end of the duel, it was quite close. I'd taken a lot of life damage, but bricked pretty hardly towards the end, got a load of cards that were completely useless. Hence why I think I need to sort of shake it up a bit. So round 1 went to Josh. So in a little while we're going to respin for round 2 to see what packs we can randomly get. I will also be getting the Pack of Shame as an additional pack for being the loser of this round. So when we've done that and documented it, I'll do another one of these vlogs, and we'll wait for the packs to arrive and get through to next week's round 2. Thank you very much.